First of all, you have to assess in what stage of the development they are, and I consider there are 5 different ones. We are pretty lucky because the academy has such a great work in the last few seasons to produce the players and the personalities that we have in the squad right now. So when it comes to that is how can we support them, how can we create the right environment for them to grow in a place where they have some protections, but at the same time they have the exposure for them to grow under the circumstances of a context that they have to deal with the pressure and big competition. And I love working with young players.
You have an important core now of young English players who've come from Hale End, Saka, Nelson, Willock, Nketiah. How important is that for the future of this team?
Really important because this is part of our DNA. If we can produce at home with all the facilities we have, with the structure that we have in place, players of that caliber and that level, yeah, something that you cannot compare with anybody that you bring from the outside, because their feelings, the relationship that they have within the club, how much they care, and the passion they're gonna put in for our team is different, you know. And for me, that's an extra that you don't get from anybody else.
You said that they're different. How far do you feel these players can go?
I think they have to set the limits. We want to give them as many opportunities as possible, again with the right environment and with the right structure around them. But then depends on them. This is not about doing it for 1 month or 3 months or 8 months. This is doing it for a long term. And you know the demands of this football club and the level that you have to be there. So you have to be really consistent, and probably that's the hardest thing to do.
Brilliant. Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
George, BBC.
Mikel, hello. I just wondered, with you obviously knowing Manchester City so well, at the start of last season, you and Pep would have sat down and discussed their weaknesses. So do you think you can target their weaknesses tomorrow?
That's what we will try to do as much as possible. Like any other team, they have some weaknesses, as you mentioned, and as well it's about stopping as well their strength, which they are a lot. It's part of any game plan. It's not about City, it's about any other opponent that we are facing, and tomorrow we will do exactly the same.
In terms of Pep, how long do you think he will stay at Manchester City for? There's a lot of talk about where he'll go next. Do you think he'll be there for a while, or this could be his last season, or?
I don't know. He's been there 4 years, which for him is quite a long time already. And look at the success that he had. So he feels really happy there. I think he has surrounded with great people as well across the club, and he feels that the players and the style and the identity he has created belongs to him as well. It's close to the fans. So I see him really happy, but I don't know, that's a question for him.
And just on your programme notes on Tuesday, you said that Danny Ceballos has been outstanding. Does he want to stay, and do you think you can keep him next year?
Well, that's a conversation that we are having with the club, and to see what we can do in the future with him. But I'm really, really happy with the progress and how much he's improving and how much he's giving to the club as well. And I always put the example that he's a lone player, but when you see his celebrations for every goal, you know, the way he trains every day, how much he cares, he's fighting, he's top. I'm really happy with him.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ian at TalkSport.
Hi Mikel, how are you?
Hello, good, thank you.
Can I start by asking what your reaction is to Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, who today has said that the aim, if it's safe to do so, is to get football fans back into stadiums by October. They haven't said how many, but can I just get your reaction to that, please?
Well, that's the rumours that we are hearing. Obviously, things are evolving in different countries in different ways. I think we have to be patient. I think we are all desperate to have our people back in the stadium and make football what it is again. But obviously we are able to create as well a safe environment for everybody to come and join. And my opinion is that it will be gradual, and the sooner the better, but let's be careful.
It's good that the Prime Minister, though, is talking about it, yeah?
Very good, because they can see obviously that in the near future things are going to improve, and that's another sign of that, which is really good, not for football but for society in general.
You won the cup as you won the cup as a player, you're trying to win it with the same club as the manager. And it's massive for Arsenal, isn't it, to win the FA Cup this year, because it would seem to be the way into Europe for you, and Arsenal Football Club needs that. Absolutely.
For many different reasons, but as well because this competition is a big part of our history in the last 10 years, even more. So it's a great opportunity for us to go and win a trophy, and we are very excited, and we will try to go there again tomorrow and make another step forward.
Finally, Earl tweeted before the Liverpool game that he was ready. I'm not sure what he was ready for, but he said he was ready, I assume, to play. And he's been pictured training. Is he in your squad for the weekend? And is he in your thoughts?
Yeah, he's been training.
Is he in the squad?
I haven't done the squad yet, but he's in training.
Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
Darmish, Sky.
Hey, Mikel.
Hello.
The result against Liverpool and the manner in which you managed to keep them out after they scored that goal, does that set you up nicely for this City game? Because the way City play, they're expected to have a lot of the ball, aren't they?
Unfortunately, yes. And yeah, we had a really good reaction after the goal, and it's not easy because they are such a dominant team. I'm really pleased with the result that we got. They're going to be very different games within that game, and it's going to happen tomorrow as well. You cannot expect to be dominant for 90 minutes, and I don't want to be defending deep for 90 minutes. So there are going to be a lot of little games within that game that we have to play really good. We will have our moments as well, and you know how crucial it is in big games in this competition to make it always good and make the right decision. So yeah, I expect not a similar game, but level of difficulty will be again really, really high.
After the Liverpool game, you spoke about your worries over the finances in advance of the summer transfer window. Is selling players in order to buy new ones, is that an inevitability, do you think?
I don't know. We are facing a lot of uncertainties at the moment. Obviously, well, COVID-19 has hit all the clubs. It's obviously a big worry, the uncertainty we have with some of the players, the uncertainty we have as well, because we don't know where we're going to finish and how much impact financially that is going to have. So we're going to have to sit down at the end of the season and see what we are able to do. But we are working together with the club since the last few months to put different plans together and see how we can minimize these all uncertainties that we have.
Just following up on what you said about Mesut Ozil, I know you've been speaking about him a lot and on Guendouzi as well. Could you just describe if all of your selections are just based on the footballing reasons, and could you describe your relationship with those two players? Because I'm guessing they can't be happy that they're not playing.
Pure football reasons. My decision is always that. My only ambition is to put the best squad, the best players, that they give us the best balance in and out the field and the best possible chance to win the game.
Final one from me, Mikel. Where's your positivity level with regard to the future of your captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Are you more hopeful that he will sign a new contract and stay beyond his current deal?
I've been always very positive about it. I don't hand the key of the future, and in football anything is possible, but I see his reaction. I see how he's training every day and know that he's happy. I talk to him a lot, and if we are able to do it, I think we can do it, and we know how important he is for the team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark at PA.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
During your time at City, you faced Arsenal 9 times and you won 7 of them, scoring 22 goals. So obviously, as a coaching team, you must have worked out the best way to beat Arsenal. So what have you had to change to make sure that doesn't happen again this weekend?
Well, it's a different team. We are a different team as well, and I know their strength and I know the flexibility they are, the things that they're going to try. But even like that, sometimes it's very difficult to stop. I want to focus on what we want to do. If I worry too much about them, it's not the message I want to send to the players. It's what we're going to do, what we have to do to try to win the game, to give us the best chance to compete against them throughout the 90 minutes and put them under difficulties. And that's what I will do, and that's the game plan that we always put against any team.
It's a bit of a worrying trend though, because it's 7 City wins out of the last 7 games.
Yeah, but if I look at the trends as well, before we played Liverpool as well, with the calendar year or the last 2 calendar years that they have, you get depressed. And what I need now is energy to transmit to my players, belief, and it's a fake up. And we have a lot of experience here. We have a history related to that, and let's go for it.
A player who flourished during your time for City was obviously David Silva. What is his legacy in English football, and do you feel he's been slightly underappreciated in a more global scale?
I don't know. If I could read the articles and the comments when he joined the Premier League saying that player so small, he hasn't had the physicality, he won't adapt. What David done is in league, it's been incredible. Again, the level of consistency to play, the way he's done with the amount of goals, assists, and chances that he creates every single season in tighter spaces against very low blocks, time and time again, is incredible. I always said, and I agree with what Pep said, that in shorter spaces is the best play that I've seen.